and challenges and solutions. What you can see here are a lot of different types of metrics which you can use to really make social media quantitative. The only problem here is when you're looking at items like page views, visits, downloads, you're essentially looking at absolute numbers. And what does it actually mean to have more or less page views when you have a conclusion of a campaign? Does that mean the campaign is successful, or does it mean it's positive? You really don't have that type of visibility based on these specific types of numbers. Additionally, if someone is exposed to or participates in several of your social media efforts, how does this affect his final decision whether or not he wants to participate with your company or interact or make a purchase? Essentially, traditional web analytics is not enough, and just for those very reasons which I just stated. And a lot of it is because participation happens on the website and off your website. And while web analytics can give you visibility into what's happening on your website in terms of traffic, visits, and so on, what you don't see is what's going on in other types of websites and other platforms and what's being said within those conversations themselves. And essentially, this is actually very cliche. A lot of the reason companies come online is the idea that everything you do online is measurable. And this is one of the reasons that they shift many of their dollars into online advertising. But as you've seen, while social media is a method of online advertising, online distribution, it's actually fairly difficult to measure if you don't have the right tools in place and if you don't have the right methods to look for these types of numbers. Additionally, how do you attribute value of these different campaigns back to specific channels, especially upon conversion? So what happens again when people participate or interact with other types of social media, and how does that affect their final decision whether or not to interact with your company? And at the end of the day, what's the value of this conversation that's happening, and how do you measure the value of it?